There's a war going on, the books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the mother. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Friday, June. Let's not make it unlucky here. The only Friday, the 13th of 2025. Good morning and welcome to the show. Get ready for our lucky day here. Sports money with the NBA Finals here tonight. We'll make it a lucky one. Let's get it with the Thunder and the Pacers here in game number 4 tonight as our featured attraction. There's plenty of sports betting here in the middle of June. We got sports from all over the place. We'll try to give some winners. I want to hear from you in the chat and have some winners with you here on Friday. Hopefully you're able to channel. We watched the NHL Stanley Cup Finals game number 4, and wow, what a comeback by the Edmonton Oilers last night to get that win and even that series to shift the series last night with the victory there. Wow, what a game, what a performance by the Oilers there. Great to see them have some fortitude, come all the way back and win that game 5-4 in overtime to tie the series. Emotional comeback win. Draisaitl game-winning goal, flipping that shot, hit the skate, but that's okay. Win in the net. That's what you do. You put the puck on the net. Somehow it finds its way in there a couple times last night. Florida built 3-0 lead, but hey, we know that's the most uncomfortable lead in hockey. And Edmonton played it like they were at home in that one, reeling off those 4 straight goals. Panthers tied the game, obviously, on that great shot by Reinhart of that crazy angle. We've seen some great, crazy angles here in the postseason. And man, what a game there last night. Man, that was great. Anyways, the series shifts back to Edmonton on Saturday, and they'll take that lead. Thank you into game number 5. Hopefully you are on the right side of that one. My premium pick winner over Tony's picks was on the over last night. Don't want to say it was easy money, but man, there's not any defense going on in this series, so why not keep firing? Yeah, we were on the Florida Panthers here on the show yesterday, and well, great job, Edmonton. That's all you can say about these Oilers. And boy, it does feel like a little bit of a shift in the momentum possibly here. Maybe the Panthers were the better team in the series so far. Right now, Edmonton leads that series technically with that home ice coming back here right now. There are 3 games left. You got to win 2 of them, and Edmonton's going to be at home twice. Hello in the chat. Hello, stars. Let's say hello to the folks here today coming in to guide me through with Andrew G. was happy about the overtime. Andrew K. is here this morning. Nuke is here. Thank you, Nuke, for some great chat yesterday over there at the Nuke the House channel. Hey, we named it for Nuke, I guess, there. And he said, hey, I had the Oilers. I had the Bombers last night, says Nuke. And Andrew's ready for the golf action today. He's also ready for some college baseball. We get ready for the World Series here from Omaha. Who's going to win the College World Series? Who's going to have the most Jello shots at Rocco's in Omaha? Nuke, thank you. Like it, smash it, and subscribe here. Sports Money on YouTube. Cash Canes, Friday the 13th, says Nuke. He had the Oilers. He had them in OT. Thank you. Nasty Nate won almost every PFL fight last night. That's a good job, Nate. I feel like I lost practically every PFL fight last night there. And let's see here. AOD's all about the Oilers here. And good morning to Terrell. He says, you know what? When the people left trailing there, just goes to show you. And that's why the fans from Edmonton, there were so many of them in Florida. You know, it's an expensive ticket in Edmonton. Meanwhile, in Florida, you know what? It's the Stanley Cup Finals. There's still, you know, a little bit of a cost to the ticket. But you know what? I think it's a cheaper ticket in Florida. Might even be cheaper to take, you know, with an airline flight to Florida and a ticket. So Edmonton heads back home. All right, we're getting ready for tonight, obviously, with game number 4 in the NBA. So looking forward to see if the Pacers can get that lead extended. They're in charge of the series big time. You talk about home advantages. The same thing could happen tonight. Thunder could come up there and get that win and change everything here, is even if they've been a little down like the Oilers were last night. All right. And let's see here. I think that might be it from the the folks coming in here early. All right, they're underway with play here for the last few hours at the United States Open Golf Championships. And, well, we don't have any change at the top of the board just yet. JJ Spawn had that 4 under yesterday for a 1-stroke lead. No one shot 66 out there like JJ Spawn, but we had, you know, when we were on the air here closing it out, and I was on some show, said, you know what, this is kind of a star-studded leaderboard, but right now it's a little bit of a mix of a mid-range golfers, if you will. Lawrence Thurston of South Africa. There's our man Brooks Koepka. He's having a little bit of a day so far, and he's climbing up. You know, we were on Koepka here on our sports money, or on my sports money picks for the weekend. Koepka was a pick. We, you know, sent out 8 golfers, but 50-1 in this field. We were a little thicker with our picks, and we have Koepka up there right now. Also, Siwoo Kim up there on the leaderboard. Victor Hovland, Sungjae Im, and Ben Griffin as well. Some of them haven't teed off, and Victor Hovland is on that board now with a 2 under so far today. So you could go down the list here of any. This is the United States Open. There are plenty of golfers that can still win this tournament. It's not like when you go out there and shoot a 4 under, you probably ain't gonna come out there and shoot 4 under the next day of this course at in Pennsylvania. It's the classic tournament there. I don't want to botch it up there, but all right. Let's see who else is ready to go. We also in action here right now in some tennis, and man, we had a pretty solid morning so far. I just scored with Mertens over you won. I won with Mertens -5 games there. That was my pick. Also, just moments ago, Madison Keys with the win to beat Schneider. I didn't pick that match, but Keys comes back from a set down and wins over Schneider to advance. Also, we did have some other winners with my tennis premiums today, including Ugo Humbert, Alexandrova with a win. We had them. there today. So already a couple of wins there going off. We also had Diallo over catching off. So I think I'm rolling 3-0 so far in the tennis action this morning. And we did send out a free winner last night. Hopefully you're on board with me here with Hawthorne over Adelaide in Australian rules football in a crazy game. It was just 47-44. But we were laying 2 points, and I'm sure everybody got the money there. I don't think the line moved much higher than that as Hawthorne edged Adelaide in a pretty weird game, to say the least. Hey, you can get these plays that I'm talking about when you go over to winnable.com/Ramon. I have my sports money premiums over there, and you can get more plays from me and roll in the middle of the night with me with some winners for sure here right now. And check me out over at winnable.com/Ramon. And it's just 50 cents a day when you use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off all of my packages there at Winnable, including my daily packages I send out here and some of the other sports, including baseball. Last night we did have the premiums have been hot in baseball for sure over the last few days, and some other sports as well. So check them out over at winnable.com. I'm going to go over some of the plays right now that we had there yesterday. We talk a little baseball, recap the card, but you can get those plays there at winnable.com/Ramon and use that promo code STEAM. When you go over there, it kind of looks like this. You'll see me right there. Make sure you know it's me. And when you scroll there through, you can get the monthly package right here, $19.95, and you hit subscribe, and then it'll, you even come up on your Apple Pay, your Google Pay, or if you go in through there, there are some other ways to do it as well. As you see there, you can get the monthly, or hey, maybe you just want to hang out with me for 3 days for $5. Seems reasonable. Today's Friday. Get you all my MMA this weekend, all my college baseball, all my regular baseball that I send out right here. And you can get those other forms, just showing you how it goes, man. I mean, look, I'm just being honest here. Look, Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit card, whatever. Here, I won't charge you anything you don't want to be charged. Promise you that. This Winnable that I use, similar to some of those other services, it's all protected by Stripe. That's a pretty solid payment processor. So, you're protected. This is totally legit and real, if you will. I send you my plays. You can put the notifications on, and I appreciate it. All right, baseball last night with some winners. Hey, I had a winner yesterday afternoon over at Tony's Picks, where you could also get my high roller premiums. I had Washington and the Mets game to go under yesterday with Kodai Senga, but it was bad news for Kodai Senga, actually. Went out there and spun a pretty great game. McNeil home run, Nimmo home run. Senga, he's going to the injured list after he had a hamstring injury covering first base. So a bummer there. Also, we had winner here on the show yesterday with the Texas Rangers over Minnesota. We had them there with the run line with Corbin with Corbin on the road. We did say go with Minnesota yesterday in that game. And what was that? What was that score there? Actually, 16-3. No wonder I couldn't think of it. 16-3 win there yesterday for Texas, as the Rangers, they had 6 home runs. That's what they had yesterday. Also, did have a winner on the premium pick side here with Detroit and Baltimore game to go under. Scooble deals in a 4-1 victory. Also, I had a winner here on the show with St. Louis and Milwaukee to go under. Yeah, we had it. Hopefully you caught my show over there, Cover the Spread, on YouTube. I appear on that show daily. I gave you the story, or I don't know, everybody knows about this guy, but I went with Mizorowski, talked about the prospect a little bit. Everybody talked about this guy, can't miss prospect. Yeah, he had some walks. I should have went over his walks prop, right? But he also went 5 no-hit innings before he twisted his ankle and had to leave the game in the 6th inning with a no-hitter intact. But he stepped awkwardly, kind of like a awkward kid out there, actually. But he was terrific, and it looks like he is the real deal.
Final.
Milwaukee shut out St. Louis 6-0 behind Jake Mizorowski yesterday. A spectacular debut performance for the rookie of the Brewers. Also, we did have the winner here on the show yesterday, New York Yankees over Kansas City. Like I said, we just took them there, but Yanks won. It was a throwing error, actually. Royals that allowed the Yankees to win that game there yesterday. Also, we did have a premium pick winner, Pittsburgh and the Cubs game to go under in that 3-2 win for the Cubs. A bad beat for Cubs run line backers, right? The Pirates were able to get that run. And same thing, I lost another run line. I said yesterday, I'm going to take these run lines like a fool, and was Houston over the White Sox. But we did have the premium pick winner on the under, 4-3, Houston over the White Sox. So premium pick winners came in there, felt like yesterday. All right. Elsewhere, CFL, I whiffed. I had it wrong, man. I said BC and under, and it was Winnipeg and over there. Like Nuke said, he had it all right, and I had it all wrong. I'm going to try to come back again today with a pick in the CFL, so stay tuned for that. All right. Hey, who's winning the community leaderboard so far? Is it Blue? Or is it someone else? Right now, it's AOD, it's Andrew G, it's Andrew K. Nuke's up there. Daddy Beats is here. Trap God, Cascade, Terrell, Nasty Nate, and Nick Handy amongst the leaders in the community leaderboard. Make a comment or, hey, donate to Sports Money Channel. That'll help you get you up the charts there. Okay, a few more names coming in. I'm going to say hello and get started. Who else showed up? Nick Handy, Daddy Beats is here. Thank you. And Andrew said, right, you play it at Oakmont, and that's how it's going to go there. Andrew says it's a real tough course. Hey, Daddy Beats is ready to go with Oklahoma City in the first half. Trap God, nice to see you. He says, how about the Oilers? Great job. And Trap God also says, you got to go with the Alouettes here, lay these points. God, that's what I did last night, laying the points against these backup quarterbacks, and I paid the price. And I don't care if I give a shilts about who's playing quarterback for Ottawa. I might be on them here. I don't know. I don't think Montreal's very good either. But, man, I got to listen to you guys in the CFL, and all of a sudden now I don't know what to do. Doesn't look like a great game there. You got I thought it was Schultz, but maybe it isn't. That's what people were telling me, that maybe it wasn't going to be Schultz. Davis Alexander from Montreal will be in there, and we'll see. Let's get to the other sports first, I guess, as we get a rolling here. All right, get to the games, huh? We don't need to talk about any more plane crashes, any more bombing runs in the Middle East. We just want to talk some sports on Friday the 13th. Let's get started with the show and get started with the big game tonight. I don't know what are you going to do. Oklahoma City taking on Indiana here on Friday night. All right, game number 4 here with the Pacers leading 2-1. They're at home, a lot of momentum, but you know what? Just like last time, just like game 2, right? After the Pacers pulled off that upset, what happened? Oklahoma City came back strong and won at home and covered. I don't want to say with ease. They led all the way. They were laying double digits, and they rolled to the victory, right? By 16 points. We're never headed, really, there after losing game 1, 111 to 110. So that will happen in game number 4 after the Pacers came out and won convincingly, I'll say, in game number 3, 116 to 107 there. And now all of a sudden, just like game number 2, they've increased the spread just a little bit. I remember it went from 10 to 11.5 after the Thunder lost that first game. Now we've gone from 5.5 to 6, maybe 6.5 here at some spots, but feels like mostly 6s across the board here right now. The total has gone up for sure to 226.5, right back where we were all of a sudden, and funny because it went under last time, right? 223, ended up good 5 points short. Here, the total did open maybe 225 or so. It's gone up. So maybe it is going to be a high scoring game tonight. Let's see what you guys have in this one, and then I'll say what I'm going to do. I think I've been on one team here this entire series, and I don't know if I'm going to change at this point. So it's up to you to, I don't know, change my mind. Let's go to the chat here. Game 4 NBA. Not much. I know it's tough, man. You guys it's nervous time as we won't stop. Good morning. Thank you, OKC money line and the over for cash gain. Nuke says it's the Thunder first half and full game. Lingo Wick says we got Scott Foster here tonight, so maybe that'll bring the series into perspective here. All right, not much from you guys. I'll just give out my pick right now. I'm going over here tonight with this one, OKC and Indiana. Look, Oklahoma City was held to 107 points there in the loss, so I guess they better kick it up a notch offensively. Who'd have thought they would be the team that is lagging behind, if you will, offensively in this series, right? Just scoring 107 points there in that game. They held the Pacers to 107 points in their win, but you're going to need to score more than 107 points. It's funny. To me, I keep saying it. I try to explain it. I don't know. I'm not a basketball coach, but 107 points ain't going to do it. So they have to play with a little bit more fervor offensively, right? And almost play into the Pacers' hands. But yet they've got to take that chance. They have to take the chance and try to play that offensive game, because I don't think they can be involved in a game where maybe it was inefficient. Maybe it was inefficient shooting last game. But it does feel like to me, look, the Pacers were still kind of playing their game a little bit. Good morning to Scott McCormick in the chat. Thank you as always. He's a little busy today. Nasty Nate says, go to the Red Sox Yankees game with his son. That's great on Father's Day. Enjoy that, Nate. That'll be wonderful. And it's U.S. Open weekend, so we know what that's like here with the golf, too. Andrew says the Pacers are wearing them down in the series. So, all right, what will they do? Will be Hallie? Can he have that big game? Andrew says they double team him up right away, high, forcing him to pass early. He can only be talking about, I would think, about SGA, right? That's who he's got to be talking about there. And also, when Terrell says it'll be a player prop bonanza, I think that means an over. I think that's what Terrell. Oh yeah, I see. Andrew said it right there. He said SGA played more but less touches because of. And look, everybody want to point to, say, right? Oh, Carlisle, this is a coaching advantage over Rick DGAF, but maybe it is. Flea Mathis here and Spoons is here today as well. Thank you guys. So, maybe it is. Maybe there is a coaching edge in this. It feels like it is, kind of. But because the Oklahoma City hasn't made that adjustment here to Halliburton as much here. All right. Man, that might be it from you guys. Not a lot of picks in the NBA Finals from the Chat All-Stars, so I'll take the over here. No one's disagreeing there. It looks like I don't see any unders at this point. Indiana has went 21-9 to the over as an underdog this season. Oklahoma State was 44-34 as a favorite. I mean, they were in favorite almost every game during the regular season. So far right now in the series, for the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over. No need to point it out, right? Because hey, Oklahoma State's favored again. They're obviously in a position of strength here, even though they failed to even cover the spread in 8 straight games on the road. All, favorites, right? Indiana, meanwhile, has covered 8 of their last 11 coming in, and Oklahoma City 2-4 in their last 6 against the spread overall. But that 0-8 on the road, it's not like some bad team going out there, some sub 500 team going through the regular season and not covering spreads on the road as a big dog. They've been having to lay these points. Can't get it done. And even the games that the Thunder have won on the road here in the postseason, they basically win them by 2, 3, 5, somewhere around there. They're not getting the money. So they would need a blowout. That's on the road, not to be confused with the game they won and covered there at home in game number 2. But they won by 16, whatever, laying 11.5. So Pacers come in having won 15 of their last 20 games, and the Pacers have also won 10 of the last 15 games that these two franchises have played over the last few seasons here. All right, chat. One last call to see what we can get done. Hello to Public Enemy. He's here today, and he's got OKC in a blowout too. So I'd almost say that OKC is the consensus play here in the chat. And look, Andrew says, remember there in the finals back in the day? He said, look, Rick Carlisle did it back to LeBron there. Great recall. Tariq says, you'll take OKC and the over, team total over, first quarter OKC. Wow. It's all OKC from Team Steam, baby. I'll tell you that. All right. Going to transition here to baseball. I think everybody's got their play in, man, and it's all OKC from Team Steam. But I'm going to go with the over here in this one. Good luck to you, man. Hey, look, could happen again. They're the better team after all. They're better than obviously every team in the league. I mean, come on, 6-point favorite on the road. Remember, I tried to make a case that hey, even if the Celtics made it, remember the Celtics probably would be the team, right, that would give the Thunder, but the injury notwithstanding, they were already losing that series when Jason Tatum went down. Yeah, they had just started to mount a comeback, and they were going to need the comeback of all comebacks, and it was going to have to be Tatum that led it to them. But they were already down monstrously when he went down, right? It was only this little glimmer of hope there. Oh, man, Koepka had just birdied here to go to 3 under to move into second place, but I think he's just sliced his drive into some of that Oakmont rough. So this could be a rough hole. All right. Let's get ready to move over to baseball. Grab a drink of water, though, real quick. Man, I'm fired up because you guys are all over OKC. Let's go to baseball. Get ready. Okay, I guess, and that's probably where I could have ran the commercial for chilling and grilling right there. Hey, I want everyone to know. Don't forget, I'm not going to win. I think I'm done so far in the chilling and grilling contest with just 1 for 4 so far. How are you guys doing in the grilling and chilling contest right now over here at the Sports Money channel? Let's see if we have the maybe I could call up the leaderboard here and see what we got with the as I went down to defeat there yesterday. And let's see here. I think we might have it. This is a brilliant leaderboard, isn't it? And right now it is, if I'm going to look at it here, oh boy, I don't know if I have it right here on the lead. I don't even know how to read you guys. I don't know how to read the chilling and grilling contest sheet. I see all the players here with their whether or not we picked it right, but I just don't know if I have the standings here, guys. So there we go. Oh, I see. Okay, I see how it goes now. So we do have right now, it looks like Charlie Bradshaw is winning with 670 points. That's who's winning, I believe, here right now. Maybe I just pick out some of the best ones here at this point. There's a lot of interest. I don't know if he's even leading, actually. But we do have, oh, man, this thing's tough for me to read at this hour. All right. Also, Go-Go's still up there as well. That's all I can get to right now, man. This is tough to read. I got to scroll all the way over, but some good people out there. And some people are starting to drop off there a little bit and forgetting to put their plays in. So don't forget that. And get your plays in for day number 5 of the Chillin' and Grillin' contest. Maybe you guys are helping me in the chat. All right, we're here baseball time. And let's see here. That's it for you guys. Okay, let's go. Pirates and Cubs here. Paul Skeens on the mound here on the road against these Cubs. And look, these are the tough ones, right, for Skeens, right? They've got to get some offense here in order to back him up. And it's tough when he goes on the road a little bit. And Scotty's walking out there right now at the U.S. Open. For Skeens here, he's lowered his ERA to 1.88 so far this season, a 0.83 whip, 173 batting average against. For Horton here right now, Horton 4.11 ERA, 1.3 the whip, 273 batting average against, and 3.12 BABIP. Horton's 3-1, and the Cubs are 4-1 with Horton on the mound so far this season. Pirates have scored 3 runs or fewer in 9 of Keene's 14 starts, says Nuke, right? No run support. And he's usually up against a pretty good starter here with Horton going. He's still he's okay. He's okay. We're waiting for Cade Horton to see how this guy goes, right? He's just a young starter here pretty much, but those numbers are okay right now. Cubs aren't great here at this point, but you look at the line right now, and with Horton here, still a slight favorite in this one. You get that Skeens as a dog here a little bit, and I think Andrew likes him here as well today. For the Pirates, they've won 5 of their last 7, believe it or not, but they've lost 4 of the last 5 against Cubs. They've dropped 14 of their last 18 on the road. Cubs have won 9 of their last 10 at home. They're 13-7 in their last 20 overall. The Cubs have gone under in 7 of their last 9, and meanwhile, the Pirates have gone under in 5 of their last 6 games. Spoon says he's never even given up a run to the Cubs. Oh, man, the Cubs, they only average 5.4 runs per game so far this season. Can they get just 1 run off of Skeens? This is a game that Skeens love to have a great game. Pirates first 5, but Cubs full game, says Tariq. And also Terrell says Skeens versus Cubs back on May the 1st. 5 hits, 3 runs in 5 innings. All right. And I'm going to try Skeens here today. I will take the Pirates. Skeens is going to have to mow them down, but I'll try the Pirates here in this one. And Skeens is going to have that big game once again. Pirates playing just a little bit better right now than they have been most of the season with that little streak that they had. Granted, they were here up against Miami in a couple of those games. And yesterday's game was 3-2 in favor of the Cubs. Remember, they're in that one with Heaney and Jamison Tyone. All right, guess that's it from the chat. And I'm going to take the Pirates here in this one. All right, mixed up. We've got the Miami Marlins taking on Washington Nationals here with Cabrera going up against Parker in this one for uh, Eduardo Cabrera comes in here with an ERA of 3.99 and 1.4 whip coming in. And right now, you heard the steam in the background. It's this game, you guys. Miami and Washington is getting steamed here to the under. All the nines are gone. We're at 8.5 over 20 for the most part. I do see a couple 9 under 25s, but right now the steam feels like it's coming in right at this moment. The line service just came out with the move right now, and it's on the under here with Miami and Washington, slumping Washington on a losing streak right now, despite being favored in this game, $1.15, maybe even $1.20. But the steam, gonna update it for sure. Steam coming in on the under. Let's call it 8.5 over 15 right now. Might be the fair price. Watching Scotty tee off here. All right, for the Marlins here, they've lost 8 of their last 10. They've lost 12 of the last 16 to Washington, but Washington's lost 5 straight. Washington has won 6 of their last 7 games against Miami overall. Washington's gone under in 5 straight games and at home, and under in 7 of their last 8 games. For Miami, they've gone under in 9 of their last 12 games overall. What do you have here in this one? Like I said, that steam coming in. Let's take a look at the chat here right now. Andrew is on the Phillies here in this game between Miami and Washington. Spoons is on the under here in this one. Andrew G says it was some steam here for sure. And I said I'd be mixing in some first fives. I'm taking Miami here in the first 5 in this one against Parker. I'm going to take the Marlins here on the money line in the first 5 on the road against Parker. All right. I think that's it from the chat here in this one. Thank you, chat. See if Washington can snap that losing streak, though, obviously. And we'll see about the total. But look, Miami's gone under in 7 of their last 10. Washington's gone under in 8 of their last 10 games right now. And Tariq likes the under. Blue Jays and Phillies with Kevin Gausman on the road here against Mr. Ranger Suarez in this one. Toronto is one of the hottest teams in the league, having won 7 of their last 8. They've also won 6 of their last 7 games on the road. Meanwhile, the Phillies struggling without Harper. They're 3-10 in their last 13. He hasn't been out that long, but they've been struggling. 2-5 their last 7 games at home. Philly has won 4 out of the last 5 games against Toronto here at home. Toronto, though, also 4-8 against Philadelphia in the last 12 games between the two teams. But this Rays team is still hot, man. And they've won 3 in a row. They've won 6 of their last 7 games on the road. They swept the Cards on the road here. But this has been a long road trip here right now and heading into another city for another weekend with these two. So let's see what you guys have in this one with Gausman here. Some of his numbers for Gausman: 3.87 ERA, 221 batting average against, and a 103 whip right now. For Suarez, 7 starts. He's 4-1, and he's got a 2.7 ERA and a 1.13 whip, 232 batting average against. So what do you have in this one? Toronto and Philadelphia. Memorable World Series. You guys remember, you guys always say, hey, Terrell says Jays just keep winning on the road, and it's great value every game. You get him as a dog here again today in this matchup. All right, I guess that here's Nuke. He says he's been riding that 12-2 run. He's been on him here of late. and they continue to roll, right? And not only that, Philadelphia, though, 21-13 at home, 34-21 as a favorite. But I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over with these two, with Toronto and Philadelphia here in this one. And Andrew says they just don't give them any respect here right now. Phillies, they're definitely $1.20. I don't see any, maybe it's a little less right now, but that total, I have it at 8 over 15, but it's about 8. And maybe it's even shaded a little bit to the under, but I'll call it 8 and we'll get out of here the next one. Let's put it up there. Let's flash it up there, though. Brooks Koepka long par attempt here. I feel like I need this one. A lot of golf left. I think this could be a tough. Man, he's lined up so far there. Man, he sent this one on its way a good 10 feet to the right. It's curving back left, and it's going to go well past the hole here. Oh, gosh, Brooks is going to get a bogey here right now. Good morning to Justin in the chat. All right, the Angels are taking on the Orioles with Jack Kokonowitz. He's going up here against Charlie Morton, everybody's favorite. But this is actually an okay matchup for Morton here in this one. Let's see how you guys are playing it. This one already took some steam to the over. In fact, it's 10.5. It's one of the biggest totals here. And we're not even in Colorado. We're not in Oakland. We're in Baltimore here. And, hey, they're in the splash zone a little bit, but feels like 10.5 under 15 right now is the basic price. And the Orioles are definitely up to at least $1.65 here in this one, because the Orioles are just one of the best teams in the league, right? I mean, come on. This Orioles team is great, man. Even though they're 12 games under 500, everybody knows how great this Orioles team is. They're about to turn it around and go on such a streak that soon they're going to be in contention with the other teams in the National League East. If you follow the betting patterns here right now, it feels like I just don't get it. It is tough to want to back the Angels as well, but the Angels have won 3 straight. They're actually in a very good groove here of late. They've won 7 of their last 10. Now they're hitting the road here with a trip way east after sweeping the A's. Who doesn't sweep the A's? Kokonowitz, a 5.61 ERA, 1.63 the whip, 297 batting average against, and a 3.24 BABIP. You can see where this one's heading, right? You got Morton in here, 6.59 ERA. These guys are combined 5-14, these pitchers so far. And Morton, 1.69 whip and a 3.35 BABIP. Man, this is going to be off the charts, it feels like right now. Can the Angels, though, hang in there against these guys? Man, the Orioles aren't world beaters. I'm kidding, right? They have won 8 of their last 12, no doubt about it. But the Angels they've won 10 of their last 13 on the road. Baltimore's won 15 of the last 20 meetings between these two teams, but the Angels are warm, to say the least, despite the fact they've lost 10 of the last 13 games in Baltimore. Orioles have gone under in 10 of their last 12 games overall, including 5 of their last 6 at home. But 12 of the last 17 meetings between these two teams have gone over. And, man, the Orioles have been going under for sure, but the Angels are 30-21 to the over as a dog, 21-15 to the over on the road, and the Orioles are actually 17-13 to the over and home. Let's go to the chat here in this one and take a look. Here's Gunner with an RBI prop from Justin. And Nathan says, can't bet Kokonowitz. Nuke says that Morton's the fade. Well, if you're fading both pitchers, you guys know what to do. Go with Tariq. He says go over the total here. Justin's going with the BVP, I think, here in this. Or I don't know. I didn't look at the BVP, actually. I don't know if there is any. But Hop looks pretty good. I'm going to say that's probably Justin's. If it's not, it should be. I kind of like Hop here. Nuke says, how can Morton be a favorite in any game, right? The guy is just batting practice out there. Yeah, I feel bad for Charlie Morton. I think he could have an okay start here, but still kind of want to take the Angels. Terrell says it'll be over in the middle of the game, meaning over the total. Cash Kane says, I'll lay 2.5 with the Orioles and take some plus money here. Textiles, thank you for coming in. Justin will give us his pick later, maybe. I might just not even pick anymore. I feel like I'm done. How am I going to get to 600? I've only hit one. I'm at plus 200 right now, I think. Not getting it done. Yesterday, my pick was Bush of the Cubs. Okay. I'm going to go with the Angels on the run line here. They take them plus 1.5. Look, it's not a pretty line. I mean, but do I want to lay 165? Kind of the theme on the show, right? I either take the favorite of the dog or the run line or something. And you've got the lesser of two evils here. It feels like Baltimore at minus 160 or the Angels at plus 1.5, minus 140. I'll try that end. And I'll try the butt end, I guess. Give me the Halos on the run line in this one. Texas with the Angels here. Oh, okay, Justin. So you posted earlier, and then, oh man, all right, I'll figure it out. All right, let's go to the next one here. And hey, you talk about Nasty Nate's weekend here, Father's Day weekend, and no better do than take in the game between the Yankees. Hello. Yankees, Red Sox. Need we say more here this weekend with these two teams? Ironically enough, Yankees, Red Sox, these teams play a million times a season, it feels like. It had just met about a week ago, right? And the Red Sox won 2 of 3 in 3 just absolutely wild games, weren't they? Yankees won 9-6, Red Sox won 10-7, then 11-7 at the stadium. So what'll happen this time? You got Yarborough going up here against Crochet. Boston might have the advantage here in the starting pitching department, right? Crochet comes in with a 2.35 ERA, 106 whip. Pretty solid numbers here. 207 batting average against. 286 BABIP, though. It's not perfect. Yarborough is 3-1 with a 4.17 ERA, 1.14 whip, a 229 batting average against, a 258 BABIP. Might suggest he could be a little better than those numbers. Yankees come in averaging 5 runs per game here. They've won 5 of their last 7. They've also beaten Boston in 6 of the last 9 overall. Yankees are 9-2. Last 11 on the road. Judge took the day off yesterday, came in and struck out in the late innings, but it was given a day off there yesterday. Boston's won 4 of their last 5. 5 straight meetings between these two teams have gone over here in Boston. And after what we saw in that series in New York, I don't know. How can you not take it over, huh? 7 of the last 10 meetings between the two have gone over. Boston's gone over in 5 of their last 7. Yankees have gone over in 5 of their last 6 games overall as well. Let's go to the chat. This is Yankees Red Sox. If you got a comment here, Nasty Nate says the Red Sox will smash these Yankees today. Here's Justin says, hey, Judge had a day off. Let's go over in his total bases. He got struck out looking last night, but it was a marginal call. Cash Kane says Red Sox money line and over. And Andrew G, don't worry, Andrew. The guy's name is Scotty Scheffler, so don't worry about 3 over. I mean, he is still in contention here at the U.S. Open. Believe me. You look at the odds right now. Scotty is still, well, not right up there, but he's 3rd in the odds right now at 5th in the odds. Pardon me, just updated there, but 12-1. Koepka is currently the co-favorite with Hovland. So my 50-1 is now 7-1 with Koepka. Text says maybe it'll be revenge for the Yankees. And Terrell showing his age. He says Boston team total going Cale Yarborough. And let's see here. Tariq likes the over in this one. And I'm going to try it too. Give me the over with the Yankees and Boston. Crochet's very good, man. He might have a chance. Look, he's gotten the respect here from the odds makers, right? Crochet's up to $1.45 at some spots already. It's definitely not $1.35. It's $1.40 at minimum. Here's the Yankees for Nate. I'm gonna move it to $1.40, but man, it's a little bit higher at some spots. I show $1.47 right now at Bovada. Give me the over, though. I'll take the over with the Yankees and Boston. I mean, after all, they've only scored 50 runs in those last 3 games, so why wouldn't it be another, right? All right. That's going to do it for you guys. Oh, here's one more, maybe. Spoon says Yankees hit Crochet last time. And maybe, look, in a game with some volatility, maybe you want to take an underdog here when you got the rivals between the Yankees and the Red Sox. All right. Reds and Tigers. Cater Montero's and actually a favorite here over Nick Martinez. And that's because they're the Tigers, right? And these are okay. So look, the Tigers can't be favored over the Orioles, but you can favor them over the Reds. Now, they're at home, and yeah, maybe the Tigers do. I don't know. Do they have road woes? The Orioles are, whatever they were, 12. I guess they were a little more under 500 then, but the Reds are only 3 games under 500. So that's what I'm saying about the Orioles, just the greatest team in the world. Reds have been hot. They did lose, though. The winning streak came to an end in that Cleveland series, but still, they lost 11-2. They were on a winning streak, but did lose to Cleveland in that final game. Detroit comes in here off of a series win over the O's. Over the O's, right? They won that series 2-1. Hell, excuse me. For the Reds here, Martinez, 3.7 ERA, 1.16 whip, 256 batting average against, but he's 4-6, and the Reds are 4-9 with Martinez on the mound. The Reds are, I said under 3 games under. That was before the last series, right? They're actually a game over 500 right now. For some reason, you're still Martinez. Like I said, they're 4-9 with him. He's 5-8 to the under for the Tigers. Keter Montero here, 6 starts. He's 2-1, but the Tigers are 5-1 with Montero on the mound. He's got a 4.3 ERA, 271 batting average against, and a unique series here interleague with the Reds and the Tigers. Reds have won 5 of their last 6. Detroit's won 12 of their last 17, and they're 23-9 at home. And this is where they're comfortable here, right? Detroit's gone under in 7 straight games at home. They've also gone under in 6 of their last 7. Cincinnati's gone under in 13 of their last 20 on the road. Cincinnati has won 4 of the last 5 games here in Detroit, but Detroit was able to beat Cincinnati pretty good in their matchup last season. Uh-oh. Watching Hovland here on a shot. Yeah, there's going to be some good golf this weekend, isn't it? All right, anyways, in these 2 last year, I think Detroit swept at Cincinnati last season, and Cincinnati, I think, won the series at Detroit 2-1 in their 2 series last year. Let's go to the chat here in this one with Cincinnati and Detroit and see what you got. In the chat, it's going to be Stop Geo says he's got the Yankees here in this one. Tariq's on the Tigers. Nuke says, look, you got these Tigers at home. They should be pretty good. Like I said, I just feel like the Reds are getting a little bit of disrespect, but man, they're really going to try to strangle these Tigers here right now. All right, I guess that's it in the chat in this game. And I'll go ahead and take these Tigers here at home. All right. I'm going to look at the price on the Reds run line, but I'm sure it's very, very high. Sorry about the pause there, but let me see what they are. I mean, yeah, I can't do that. Minus 200. It's going to be a close game for sure. I'll take the Tigers here at minus $1.35. All right, next up. Hey, there's Tigers there. And Stop Jesus says, do you ever bet minus $2? Yeah, you bet I do. I bet minus $2, and I also bet plus $2. Probably pretty much equal amount. Well, maybe not equal amounts there. I probably bet equal amounts on minus $2 and maybe plus 170. And wow, what a shot right there. Who just knocked one in from deep range there? Oh, Van Royen. He's 8 over par. Okay, so thank you, Stop Joe. Yeah, you bet I do have one. I just had one here a little while ago. Who did I have? Just had a tennis play that was about $2, and I took it. Who was it Keys? No, she wasn't. Yeah, I had Keys. She was minus. Well, she went up to 250, but I took Keys over Snyder on the money line. Okay, it's gonna do it for that one. Let's move on. Hey, I hope you guys check me out over on a show here on YouTube called Cover the Spread. Make sure you check me out there every day. I usually give out 3 picks on that show every day, so check it out here on YouTube. Tampa Bay and Mets here. Taj Bradley going up in this one against Clay Holmes of the Mets. Man, this is going to be an interesting series here this weekend between these two. And let's see how you guys are going to play it. With Bradley coming in here, 4.58 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, and a 234 batting average against. Bradley's 4-5, and the Rays are 6-7. With Bradley on the mound for Clay Holmes. Mets are 10-3 with Holmes on the mound. He's got 2.95 ERA here and a 1.18 WHIP. 235 batting average against. You know, the Rays are starting to do the Rays here a little bit. Looking pretty good. Mets are looking pretty great. But still, the Rays keep on battling. And they're 4 games over 500 coming into this one. They've won 14 of their last 20. And the Rays have also beaten the Mets in 8 of the last 10 games. This is one of the games that, you know, it's an interleague game, but Mets have won 5 straight at home. They've won 6 straight overall. 6 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone over, but Tampa's gone under in 5 of their last 7. Mets have gone under in 4 of their last 6. Mets are on that winning streak, as I mentioned, after they were able to kind of take care of business there against Washington at home. They beat them up. They also beat up on Colorado, so easy schedule. Tampa Bay did lose the series to Boston. In the last 2, they won game 1, but then dropped the final 2 games. Mets are 27-7 at home this season. 19-15 as a home at home on the run line. Tampa Bay is 19-12 as a run line dog, however. But this price is $1.60. In fact, Bovada's up to $1.75. They're kind of playing the Mets pretty hard here against a Tampa Bay team that starting to, you know, play like we see them play sometimes, where they just kind of pick up money. You know what I mean? They're a dog a lot of times. Look, Mets are 12 units to the good so far, and the Rays are just even. They're break even right now. Let's go to the chat in this one. All right. Thank you very much, Justin. It's very much appreciated. You are the man when it comes to this. Nuke says he's got the Mets here on the run line here at plus money. Andrew's on the Mets here. Textile says the Mets can beat up on Bradley. The Mets just don't have that killer instinct, though, to cover a run line. But gosh, they really should win this one and maybe win it win it by at least 2. Even though, I'm talking up Tampa a little bit. But look, Tampa's run line isn't very comfortable either today at minus 150. The Mets are up to $1.75. Tariq says, give me Tampa Bay as a dog here. It's up to $1.75 right there for the Mets. Man, that's a dicey proposition. Oops, where's it at? I thought I switched. There we go. See how I did that? $1.75. And that's a high price, man. Now the Rays here plus 1.5 at minus 150. I'm gonna have to take the Mets here at plus $1.25 there. I saw it on the run line there in the chat. All right, I'm gonna do it as well. Look, Bradley is supposed to be right. Bradley's supposed to be a little bit better at this point than a 4.5 ERA. Doesn't it feel like it? I think the peripherals are okay. I think his numbers are probably better than that. But I'm going to go ahead and go with the Mets, man. They Holmes, like I said, 10-3 with Holmes on the mound. And let's see here. Tariq says, look, the Mets couldn't even blow out the Nationals. Oh, no, is that what he's saying? Couldn't blow out the Nats all series. It was 5-4 and 4-3 in 2 of the games, no doubt. They did not cover the run line in 2 of the 3 games. The other game was, of course, 5-0. And it is going to suck for the Mets. They're going to have to, switch up the starting pitching a little bit with Kodai Senga going to be down here right now for some time. Maybe just 10 days. Maybe he'll just be out for the 10 days. All right, next up is Rockies taking on the Braves here. Oops. Well, that's easy. I don't know how we got this. We got the same, probably because of the fact that I don't know how I just don't know how I left the. Okay, Rockies and Marquez. I just typed in the same pictures there. Bryce Elder for the Braves. And the price was wrong too. It's like I typed in the same game twice, like a dummy. All right, I'll call it. I'll call it 325 and the total 9. It was never 160, guys. Believe me, right? There we go. All right, Colorado and Atlanta here. A big mismatch, but the Braves aren't killing everybody at this point. They're still struggling. We're betting them like they're the Braves of old. It doesn't look like it's going to work out for the Braves. They're going to need to go on a big winning streak or a big run here. Marquez, 7 ERA, 1.63 whip. A lot of damage at home in Colorado, too, but 318 batting average against, 344 BABIP. Elder, an ERA of 408, 116 the whip, 238 batting average against, 266 BABIP. Does feel like this price sucks. Nobody wants it. I don't want it. You don't want it. But what are you going to do? For the Mets here, they do come in having won. I'm sorry, the Braves. See, the Braves have won just 2 of their last 10 overall and 1 of their last 6 at home. However, they've beaten the Rockies in 8 of their last 9 games at home against this team. Rockies are 1-5 in their last 6. They're 4-14 last 18 against Atlanta. They're 4-14 straight up their last 18 games on the road. It's on the show. It's a free pick, of course. Come on. Braves minus 1.5 at only minus $1.50. that almost seems okay. It almost seems tolerable here. I got crushed on the run lines yesterday, so I don't want to really play anymore, but I just took the Mets. I just took the Braves on the run line. 6 straight meetings between these two teams have gone under, and uh, I don't know if it'll go under, right? I mean, even Colorado might get a few runs against Elder. Maybe they'll go over early and then under late. We know. Well, I mean, I can't talk about the bullpens of these two teams either. I mean, that's been part of the problem here for, I mean, the big problem for the Rockies. Atlanta's at least got, they're in the top half of the bullpens, but they're still 9 games under 500. All right, anything from the chat in this one? Doesn't look like this is not a great game, huh? Olsen RBI for Justin, Braves team total over for Tariq. Okay, next up. All right, next up we've got let me make sure this isn't Jake. It's Jake DeGrom, right? Gang. It's got to be Jake DeGrom with this price. Okay, I see it now. I see what's going on. I've got to change it. I know it's DeGrom's turn, but I know it's not DeGrom, right? Texas here 199 under 20. I don't think they've announced yet the pitcher, but I think let me make sure here. Steam play. Little bit of steam coming in right now on Charlie Morton and the Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles were $1.60, as we said there earlier. Maybe they're even a little higher, but right now at Bet Online, they've gone up to $1.90 here at the stations just down the street from me. Right now, huge move on the Orioles. If you do like the Angels, just wait a minute. Here you're going to get some big value, some money rolling in here on the Orioles. They're taking the steam here at this point. Wow. Okay. Like I said, they're betting the Orioles like they're about to go on some winning streak that's never coming right now. And everyone says this is a time to get on the Orioles. It's not time to get on the Orioles if they keep jacking up the price on them because of the move. All right, I think Jacob Webb gets the start here, right? Let me see what's going on in this game. All right. I'm trying to make sense of it all. Okay. Could DeGrom have an opener today? Is that what's going on? I mean, why it would never do that, right? I know the chat can help me out here in this one. I'm trying to figure it out. When I went to bed last night, I just don't think I was even sure what was going on. All right. Let me just get to some of the numbers with these two teams anyway and try to explain where we're at when the Mets here take on the White Sox. For Adrian Hauser here, 1.48 ERA, 102 whip, 221 batting average against here in this one. For Hauser, he is 2-1. He's 0-4 to the under so far this season is Hauser. 221 batting average against and a 1.02 whip. White Sox are 23-46 so far this season, averaging just 3.5 runs per game. So I think what we're going to get here is a bullpen game for the Rangers. That's got to be a little bit uncomfortable here, but hey, they're playing the White Sox, so maybe this is what you can get away with it feels like in this one with, I guess Webb will be in there a little bit. Look, he he pitched last. I think they last. What was it that they had the bullpen game recently? Was it last Sunday? I want to say when I think who was it that started? Lats. Man, okay. Let me go to the chat. See if you guys are trying to help me out here in this one and tell me what's going on. All right. Tariq liked the under in that other game. Cash Kane took the Orioles minus 2.5 in that game. He said Orioles. He was the one that's moving the line here. Cash Kane says White Sox in the under. He likes Hauser here in this one. And Tariq says take the Rangers. DeGrom will be announced as the starter here today. He says so. Ugh. Okay, because I thought DeGrom's pitching tomorrow. I'm in a quandary now after what Tariq is saying. He says DeGrom's going to be announced in this game. Who's going to pitch tomorrow? Is tomorrow the bullpen game? Or are they just going to move everybody up a day? And then if that's the case, then Tyler Mahle will come in. These guys will all be pitching, I believe, on a day's shorter rest. They have a day off on Monday, so I guess they could do that, but then you'd have to move lighter. I don't know. This is tough, man.
Final.
I've got a bullpen game here in this one. All right. And look, the total's out, right? What is it? 9 under 20. 189 under 20. It's still a Rangers game. I guess I just could go under. But again, if go ahead and if DeGrom is announced as a starter, all bets are off, in my opinion, with this game. So let me give out some. Let me look at some trends in the series here, anyway. See if I can make an excuse here for the White Sox. They've only lost 12 of their last 14 games against the Rangers overall. They're 2-11 straight up on the road. White Sox have lost 7 straight here at the Rangers. Texas have won 4 of their last 5. 8 of the last 11 between these two teams have gone under. 7 straight meetings between these two. Give me the under. Here. This is a Texas game after all. These guys can't hit. White Sox can't hit. I still think it'll be a bullpen game, but I'll just take the under right now, and you guys just forget about it if DeGrom's in there, and they'll end up being, $4 favorites probably if DeGrom's in there. Maybe it'll be $3.50 to be conservative, but I'll take the under now and just figure it's going to be a bullpen game with all due respect to what Tariq is saying, and I'll take the under in this one. All right, Stop Geo here today. He says, hey, you just got to pay the juice on Oklahoma City and take them tonight. All right, next up, Cardinals. Let me get to a game where we know what's going on. Cardinals and Brewers here in this one. You got the Cards on the road here, playing well with Eric Petty coming in. Hey, man, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the Cardinals? Do you like Busch beer? Do you like Anheuser-Busch? Do you like your Bud? Or do you like the Brewers? Okay, do you like your Miller beer? Which beer do you prefer? Cardinals take on the Brewers here. Cardinals, they're on a losing streak. They might need to drink a few beers here right now with the way things are going. Cardinals right now on a losing streak. They've actually lost here 5 straight. Brewers have won 12 of their last 15. Had their hot rookie on the mound last night. Tonight, they've got Freddie Peralta here in this one. Peralta comes in with a 2.69 ERA, 1.15 whip, 206. Batting average against Peralta's numbers are good. Brewers are just 7-7 with him on the mound. Brewers come in here off of a win. They were able to win yesterday against the Cardinals 6-0 behind their prized rookie Mizorowski. The Cardinals were held scoreless. The Cardinals come in here with Fetty. He's 3-5, but the Cardinals are 4-9 with Fetty on the mound, 3.54 ERA, 232 batting average against. The Brewers here, pretty important game here for sure with these two. Both teams hovering at five games over for the Cardinals, despite that losing streak. Remember, they were just 38-28 a few days ago. Brewers 37-33 coming in here right now, maybe with a little bit of pitching advantage here in this one, but let's go to the chat between these two. Milwaukee's gone under in 5 of their last 7 at home, and they've gone under in 8 of their last 11. But the Cardinals have been going over in 10 of their last 15 games overall. You look at the Cards right now, and they're actually gone over in 4 of their last 6 games on the road. But Milwaukee, a total under team at home, 12-22 to the under, 12-20 to the under as a favorite. We'll go to the chat, see what you have here. Cards and Brewers. And it's going to be Justin's got Rhys Hoskins for an RBI. AOD votes for Miller. Tariq likes the over here in this one with St. Louis and Milwaukee today. Yeah, it is a good pitching matchup, but I might tend to agree here because the total might be just a little bit light at 7.5. So give me the over in this one. I'll agree with Tariq. Give me the over here. Peralta's numbers are good. St. Louis is having the fun on offense, man. 4.6 runs per game. So I'll go over here. Peralta is 3-9 to the under. It should be noted, and he's got good numbers. So, all right, that's it for that one. Hope you guys aren't running out of steam here on the morning steam. I might be. All right, Athletics and Royals here in this one. Severino here, 4.77 ERA. The A's hit the road. Both teams are riding 3-game losing streaks right now. But Michael Wacha here, 3.01 ERAs. Look pretty okay for sure. 1.16 whip, 240 batting average against. Severino, he's 1-6. The A's are 4-10 with Severino on the mound. He's got a 4.77 ERA, 295. The BABIP coming in. A's have lost 14 straight on the road here, and the Royals are just minus $1.60 here or less. Maybe there's been a little bit of a move, it feels like, on the A's, but man, can you do it today? The Sharps are kind of on the A's, I think, but I don't know. I'm no Sharp. Let's see here. Kansas City's lost 5 of their last 6 games, including that 3-game losing streak, but they're playing the big bad Yankees, and they just can't beat the Yankees. So, they're in a little bit of a slump here, but Kansas City's gone over in 7 of their last 9. The A's have gone over in 10 of their last 14. However, 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams have gone under. I'm going to take the Royals here on the run line for sure. A's on the road. They've lost 14 straight. What are they going to do? Hang in there by 1, and you want to lay $1.65? Give me the Royals here at plus $1.35-ish and lay the run line tonight with Kansas City. I'll lay another run line. Hey, how much pain can I take here? 9 Legacy was on the Brewers. He's also got the Royals on the run line. Dougie Wise, hello in the chat. Next up, the Twins are taking on the Astros here with Cowboy Chris Paddock on the mound for the Twins. He got 3.53 ERA. And coming in, he's facing here Caden Gordon of the Astros. Gordon's got a 5.11 ERA and a 1.37 with 3.04 batting average against a 3.70 BABIP here. And the Astros have won 2 in a row right now after yesterday winning against the White Sox to take that series 4-3. Couldn't get the run line though, right? Minnesota lost 2. Texas 16-3 last time out. Texas won the series, so a little bit of funk for the Twins here right now, but still they are 38-32. Done a real nice job. Houston's 38-30. Got a good weekend series setting up here between these two teams. Minnesota's actually lost 5 of their last 7. Houston's won 11 of their last 15 at home. Coming into this one, Houston 5-2 in their last 7 games overall. Minnesota's won 4 of the last 6 meetings here in Houston. Minnesota's also gone over in 6 of their last 7 games, including 5 of their last 7 games on the road. Hey, I said I'm going to mix in more first fives. I'm going to go over in the first 5 between Minnesota and Houston today. I'm going first 5 here. Total in this one in the first 5, 4.5 over 25. I'm going to take that and give that to me as my play here. On the new and improved morning steam show. Sometimes we're going to go some first fives a little bit. And 9 Legacy took Minnesota in this one. And Dougie Y says his play of the day is on the Dodgers -1. And I've got the over in the first 5 here. All right, we're running out of games here in baseball. Having a fun time with you on the Morning Steam Show. Padres and the Diamondbacks on the road here in this one. You've got for the Diamondbacks, it's going to be Merrill Kelly here at home going up. Or no, I'm sorry, Ryan Nelson here at home. Nelson with a 4.60 ERA. For the Padres, Stephen Kolek, who's been pretty decent here since coming up for San Diego with a 3 ERA, 7 starts, 3-1 record, 237 batting average against. But Nelson, 4.6 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, and a 207 batting average against, and a 244 BABIP. Arizona's won 3 straight. Coming into this one, it was a pretty good series for Arizona. They swept the Mariners at home. Mariners had played well against Arizona in the past, and I kind of got caught there trying to take them in a couple of games. But right now, for the Diamondbacks here, they've won 4 of their last 5 at home and 7 of their last 10 overall. Padres have won 11 of the last 16 meetings here between the two in Arizona. 7 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams have gone over, but the Padres have gone under in 6 of their last 7 on the road and 5 of their last 7 overall after they lost the series to the Dodgers at home. Yeah, they did. They lost. Not good, not great, not happy about it, but that's what happened. So the chat here, Padres and Diamondbacks on Friday night. See how you guys are going in the chat with my Padres. Here is Justin. He likes the over in this one. Tariq says first 5 under full game in the Twins. Okay. First 5 under and full games. So Tariq goes against me there in that first 5. Tariq says Diamondbacks first 5, and Jermaine went with the Astros in that game against Minnesota. I know I'm going a little fast. We got a lot of sports here to still cover. We might only be, well, we're more than halfway through the show, that's for sure. All right. I think that's going to do it for this one. But for me, I'm going with the over in this one tonight with the Padres in Arizona. Like I said, let me see that total again here on the screen. 9.5 under 15. Yeah, that's what it is. And Arizona is up to $1.25 or so. I'm going to take the over tonight with the Padres and the Diamondbacks. Next up, Giants and Dodgers this weekend. Another big series here. A big series, man. National League West right now, you look at the current standings. You've got the Dodgers in first place, but right behind them right now, the Giants are 1 back and the Padres are 2 back. For the Dodgers here, it'll be Yoshi Yamamoto. 2.2 ERA, 1.0 WHIP, 186 batting average against for Yamamoto. He's 6-4 right now. For Logan Webb, he's only 5-5, but a 2.58 ERA, 3.45 BABIP is of concern. The widely reported steam came in on the Dodgers. Here, the Dodgers are $1.80 or higher here right now. Oh boy, that's a big number. And the total, 7.5 under 15, under 20. That seems pretty close there. But let's see what you have in this one. Giants and Dodgers here at Chavez Ravine. For the Dodgers, they've won 8 of the last 9 games at home against the Giants right now. Giants, though, they've won 7 of 8. They're hot. Quite the contrast here right now. These Giants getting right back in it. Dodgers have beaten the Giants in 13 of the last 18 meetings between the two teams. 12 of the last 16 meetings between these. I'm sorry, let me start over. 10 of the last 13 meetings between these two teams have gone over. The Dodgers are going over at home. The Dodgers are going over, period. But the Giants have been going under here, and they've been going under on the road. It is a little bit of a contrast between these two. The teams have not met yet this season. Let's go to the chat, and I need your help. Dodgers and Giants. Tariq is on the Diamondbacks for. Oh, we already went. Let me find the thing. Padres. Oh, Padres for Jermaine in that one. Okay, here we go. Tariq on the Dodgers here. There's no value on the Dodgers, that's for sure. However, Dodgers road run line for Justin. And look at this. Stop Geo says he's going to have DeGrom here, so they're going to move him up. I'd be willing to see. I feel like the Mets are – I feel like the Rangers here are forcing the issue a little bit. Jermaine says Webb 4 straight road losses. Wow. Abel's got Muncie in the RBI contest today. I'm going to go under here in this one with the Giants and the Dodgers. Give me the under. For sure. Terrell says LA explodes, team total over. Oh, well. I'm on the under. Too late. Hey, Cash Kane is on top of the community leaderboard. Nuke number 2, AOD number 3, Andrew K number 4, Andrew G number 5, Tariq, Spoons, Textiles, Terrell, and Nasty Nate, top 10 community leaderboard. Comment and also, you could donate to the channel if you'd like. All right. Guess that's it. That's a tough game. Next one up, we also have a little issue, right? I think with the pitching situation here with Seattle, but I think it's Castillo. Maybe you guys got to help me out on this one too. All right. I usually am pretty good on the pitching. I'm like, I don't want to say like, I feel like I'm kind of always pretty good about, mostly because, look, it's not me. If you want, I think the best way to follow the starting pitching and trying to figure out who's going to start, when they're going to start, and who's coming is I like roster resource on FanGraphs. If you go to FanGraphs, you like FanGraphs, you might not know there's a little button that says up on the top of the FanGraphs, roster resource. You go to that, and then they have all the list of teams there, and then you can look at the depth charts, and then it'll show you, who's expected to pitch. It's not always right, but that's what I use, and we're right a lot on this show. And it's right, it's a tough spot when we're in the morning show because, some of the pitching is not all settled. So here we go, though, with $1.25, total 7 in this one with the Guardians and the Mariners today. Mariners will be favored here. I think Castillo. In this one. So let's cover the numbers anyway, as if we knew what was going to happen between these two. Last baseball game here for For Williams here, 3.86 ERA, 5-3 record, 234 batting average against. For Castillo, 4-4 record, 3.31 ERA, 1.3 WHIP, and a 294 batting average against. Where's my graphic? There it is. Let's talk about these two teams here on a Friday night in a pretty good series here. You got Cleveland coming in, 3 games over 500. The Mariners are a game under 500 right now. Seattle's lost 8 of their last 9 is what the problem is. They've lost 3 straight games because of that series loss to Arizona. For the Guardians here, they are coming in off of a win over Cincinnati, but the Reds did win that series. Seattle's 1-5 in their last 6 games against Cleveland here in Seattle. Cleveland wins in Seattle. Seattle kind of wins in Cleveland. If you remember, they just played back in I'm sorry. This is the first series of the season. That dates back to last year. Cleveland's gone under in 10 of their last 11 games on the road. Seattle's gone under in 4 of their last 5. However, 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Let's go to the chat. See what you're doing here. Cleveland and Seattle. Cleveland's also gone under in 7 of their last 10. But man, that's a flat 7, man. That is the lowest total on the board here today for sure. All right. Jermaine says the Giants could be a fade coming out of Colorado. You leave Colorado, the bats get heavier. Andrew likes the Guardians in this one at a little plus money. Right? It looks like I said, Seattle loses at home to Cleveland, and Cleveland wins at Seattle, and Seattle wins at Cleveland. That's kind of the way this series has gone, if I'm not mistaken. But again, first meeting of the year between the two teams. And, gosh, could I really take this under? I feel like I almost have to. I'll take it here on the show as my play. Under 7. I'll go under in this one. That's it for baseball. Thank you to everyone. Thank you in the chat. Not much on this game. So what are we going to go to next? Is it the WNBA for you guys? Anybody up for a little ladies basketball? Am I acting like a fool? Or don't answer that. All right, here we go. We'll go to the WNBA. No more comments on baseball, I guess. Let me get a timeout again.
Critical notice.
Is this going to be our pitching change? It is, kind of. Hey, everyone. I'm getting a notice here right now on the high speed. You knew this was coming, right? Keter Montero gets an opener every time it's Herter. Herter will deal the left-hander to that first part of the lineup. And then Montero will come in. And that being announced here, just coming across the high-speed sports wire. We're on Detroit. That doesn't change anything. That one I knew. That pitching situation I was almost anticipating. Okay. Oh, a few more comments here. That was the critical notice right there, Justin. That's what it said. A critical notice comes in, and it come right across here and said it right here. You wonder, right? What does the magic look like right there? What does it look like when you get the critical notice? There it is. That's simple as that. It said undecided. We knew it, but we knew better, right? We knew it wasn't really undecided. We knew it was Montero. We speculate. But hey, if you want to know when the thing goes off and how we get the info, there it is. It's right on my phone. It's not hard. Not hard to do the Morning Steve show. All right. AOD got a bunch of emojis. All right, let's go to the WNBA here right now. A couple games tonight. Sky taking on the Dream. Here, it's been a nightmare for the Sky so far. this season. Really struggling. They got no offense. And look, it's easy to make a storyline out of Angel Reese and Mike's infatuation with eyelashes, but they're just a slow team. I mean, Cardoso is supposed to be, she's not exactly fleet of foot, waddling down. Well, probably shouldn't say waddle. But Chicago's lost 2 straight. Atlanta coming in here off of a win last time out against Indiana, right? They crushed the struggling Fever. Meanwhile, Chicago's lost to New York and to Indiana, and they're not scoring, right? Atlanta's 0-4 to the under at home so far this season. They're also 3-1 against the spread at home coming in here. And for Chicago here, they're 2-8 overall. Atlanta's 5-3. We're in Commissioner's Cup play. Chicago's 0-2, but Atlanta, you know what? If you think about it, they still are kind of alive, right? In the Commissioner's Cup, you look at the standings right now. Atlanta is just 1-1. Yeah, the Liberty's 3-0. Indiana's 2-1, but Atlanta has not played the Liberty yet. Something could happen there. Atlanta's playing all right so far. Atlanta's 5-4 to the over, and Chicago is 5-3 to the over so far this season. But like I said, Atlanta 0-4 to the under here at home. So, you guys playing any WNBA tonight? Let me know. Here's Sky and Dream. What do you guys do? What do you guys have, I should say, in this one? All right, go to the chat. Dream, first half, slam. Oh, man. Let me look at that. I got to bring up the current lines. Has it gone up? I just see it also a little bit of a move to Cleveland right now in that game against Seattle. I don't know if it's steam yet, but you might want to get ready. Maybe we might hear it within the next couple of minutes. The whole steam play. I'm not going to predict it. Oh, man, I lost a tennis match on my apologize. Man, we were so hot. Oh, no, yeah. We went with Nakashima plus 3 games, and he lost to Zavera by 4. So our winning streak this morning came to a little bit of an end there. Sorry about that. 4-1, those not bad, right? 4-1, or it might be 3-1. 3-1, and we're winning a match here, I think. I was looking at the scores while we were, sometimes I get hung up there and you're like, why is Ramon all quiet? Or I got to check the scores. Rabakina is also. Well, we didn't have Rabakina today. Okay. Anyway, let me go. Let me get some more plays here. Sky are pathetic, says AOD. Dream team total over for Justin. AOD says they missed Kennedy Carter. Never going to miss. I mean, look. Just makes every team. I don't know. I don't want to. Is a Dream going to smack them? Ryan Howard playing strong. Thank you guys in the chat. Hey, here is Gorky today. Gorky. AOD says the first half will be a smash. Gorky says take Kinwin Zhang here at the plus. I think she's better than that, isn't she, Gorky? I thought she's like plus $1.20 or more. He said it's a gift at that price. Take Kinwin Zhang over Emma. I will, Gorky. Thank you. Dream team total over here for Abel. Good morning to Cinefig It Out. He was joining us there, I think, last night in the chat. Nice to see Cinefig It Out. Thank you, Old E. Nice to see you today. All right. Guess that's going to do it for this one with Atlanta and Chicago. And, man, I got to make my play here in this one. And the line was 9.5, right, you guys? And It's gone up to 12. I know the Sky's terrible. I don't want to take the Sky. I don't want to lay this heavier price either, but gosh, Atlanta's terrible. All right. I'm not Atlanta. Sky terrible. I should have figured out. It says team total under here. I guess I'm going to go with Atlanta. I'm not going to give it out as a premium, that's for sure. So give me Atlanta here. I'll lay 12. All right. Sky, first half under. You guys got these derivatives, and I'm okay with that in this game. First half team total under 35.5. I think there says AOD. Thank you, AOD. And the stars. The Wings are going to take on the Aces here in this one. The Aces, is it really 5? 6, but it was 8.5. Hey, I hope you guys are catching me here on a show over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I'm doing a daily WNBA preview show. So I know we go over the picks here a little bit, but if you want to get them a little bit ahead of this, the show usually comes out before 2 a.m. or so on the East Coast. So you can kind of get a jump start with me on the WNBA. Check me out over at the Tony's Picks YouTube channel on my WNBA preview show here every day. So when I was on that show, the line was 8. Maybe it was even 8.5, and I was already saying it was 8 because it was obvious that the line was moving down. Now it's 6, and Dallas is 1-10 this season. That's what people think about the Aces. Now, I might dial it back. I'm just going to give out Dallas again here at 6 because I've already given them out at 8 or 8.5. It really was 8.5 when I was on there, but I knew that this line was moving, so I said 8 on the show, and now it's 6. And you don't really want to trust the Wings, but Las Vegas just isn't covering numbers here for the most part. They're 4-4. They are 3-5 against the spread, but it just seems like the games when they were laying big points, they weren't covering. Now they're starting to lay modest points here. They're 1-2 against the spread at home. Dallas is 2-6 against the spread as an underdog, but they did cover last game because of Paige Becker's 35 points in her last game for Dallas. Dallas is 0-4 in the Commissioner's Cup. They're done. Las Vegas is 1-2 in the Commissioner's Cup. They're done as well. I do believe they will not get the money. So let's see what you got here. I'm not going to go back and say, hey, I like the Aces now, or don't take Dallas now. I'm still going to go with Dallas on the show. I don't know if I can recommend that you do it, but the Aces aren't covering some spreads here. That's kind of their problem. And they just lost again, right? They're losing to teams they probably shouldn't lose to. Maybe there is a problem with the Aces. Maybe they're not. They're definitely not New York. They're definitely not Minnesota, right? The Aces just lost to the Sparks and they just lost to the Valkyries, two not very good teams. And now they're playing, the Wings are, one of the worst teams in the league here right now. But maybe there's hope. Beckers has been injured most of this, half the season at least here. She missed 5 or 6 games, right? Now she's back. Total 170.5 here has gone up from the openers of about 166 or so. That one's been going up because the Dallas, they're not very good defensively. Although Dallas is 2-6 to the under as an underdog. I said they're 2-6 as dog ATS. They're also 2-6 to the under as a dog. But they are 3 up and 3 down on the road, totals wise. Vegas is at 5-3 to the over here so far. They're let's see. I think that's all I got on it. Let's see what you got. Uh-oh. I'm down to a couple of bars here. Am I working? Looking at me over here, and I'm dragging like it's all slow. I'm glad the show's almost over here. All right, let's see what you got. Wings money line for Cine figured out. Let's just beat Vegas. Wings +8 says Justin, and yeah, no doubt about it, Justin. That was the price yesterday. I understand that. Nuke's trying to get into the WNBA. And AOD with Jackson, right? So, maybe there was a little bit of chemistry issue, but if Kelsey Plum can just trust Jackson, I don't know if there's a hey, I'm the star of this team, and they bring in Plum, and she's the money player, right? Jackson's a great player, and she lit it up last game. She was nailing 3-point. That's why the Sparks were so strong in that last game. Was Rakia Jackson was on fire, lighting it up. Okay, but we're not talking. I want to talk about the Sparks here. Aces not as strong as they used to be, right? No doubt about it. And Abel says, is that what thank you. Okay, thank you. Wilson, she got that head injury, so that's why we have the 2-point move. Thanks, Abel. Hey, just show up and steal the show, why don't you? Thank you, Abel, very, very much. I don't know. I went to bed last night and I never saw that one. In fact, let me go back here and see. I think I missed it. I think it came across the wire here about a half an hour ago, right, Abel? Or maybe you knew earlier. I don't know, but I see it now. Just came in about a half an hour ago. Page here, points and assists. So I guess that's fine that I'm still on Dallas. Justin or Noobs. Let's see. Don't bet the aces, says Andrew. What if I got pocket aces? All right. Does anybody want to? Hey, you know what? I might look. I might have $10,000, but I'm not going to use it to go to the World Series of Poker main event. How about a GoFundMe? Anybody want to put me into the main event? I've played a little poker in my life. I've dealt a little poker. I guess I could just try to enter a 1,500 and then maybe parlay it into the World Championship. Wine time. Hello. Nice to see you. Truth Teller. Good morning. Great to see you. Hey, Abel's here for the West Up parlay. That's what it was. He's got the Dodgers money line with the first tap over in the Aces Wings game. Thank you, Abel. Thank you, Abel. He says it was on the news last night that Wilson was out. See? And it was Fox News last night. And maybe I went to bed early. Truth says, Ramon, just satellite in. Go put up 1,000, play a 10-hander, and get that coin, get that chip. You know me, Truth Teller. I would, me and you, I would win that satellite and say, give me the 10 grand. I'd say, give me the 10, I don't know. That's 10 grand. 10 grand is 10 grand to me. I sold, just like Truth Teller. Me and Truth Teller kind of the same. I sold my home and came to Vegas. I only got 400,000 for it. When you're one bedroom, no family guy like me, but sold my house, came to Vegas. All right. I guess that's it. I'll take Dallas. That's it for the WNBA. Let's go to the action here at, where we're headed. Whoops. All right. Let's see here. I know I have swear I had it. All right. I guess we'll just talk about it. Call it. Oh no, here we go. Where did my CFL? There it is. There it is. There it is. All right. Montreal and Ottawa tonight. Nuke. Let's talk about this one with the Alouettes on the road here against the Red Blacks tonight. And you've got Montreal favorite on the road by 4.5. And the total 45.5 here in this one. Wow, how this one has turned here. It was just 1.5, but with Ottawa here, they're going I'm still thinking it's Schultz. although there was some talk that it would not be Schultz. I think it will be Schultz, but you got Montreal on the road, and man, I got burned last night. I know no one wants Ottawa, but gosh, I don't know. I might have to take Ottawa. The steam came in on Montreal. The steam also came in on the over. Here it is right now, 4.5, 5.5. Ottawa's not great, I know, but Montreal's not that good either, are they? Yeah, they got the win last. Uh, they got the win last week. They crushed Toronto 28-10. Davis Alexander did throw for 205 yards, 19 of 26, and he rushed for 50 yards and a good performance. But man, this thing just keeps going up and down here with the total. It was 49.5, but nobody's really trusting these quarterbacks, I guess, here. But I'm going to try Ottawa. I can't handle it. I know I'm going to look here. I've closed my eyes. I'm not even have the chat open. And I know you guys, I know Nuke's going to tell me it's Montreal. So I'm going to make my pick right now here and go with Ottawa before I look and have a regret.
Steam play.
Here we go. Justin Sellerman Truth says, you going to Vegas? All right. Nukes on Montreal. And wine time. Yeah, I mean, I came here, I'm older wine time. The living's a little cheaper. I don't know. I want to go home to San Diego, but I want not until I get 100 subscribers to my winnables. All right. Alouettes here for Tex. He got a good number there. And Nuke says, yep, you got that backup quarterback in there for Ottawa with Schultz, right? Justin said we could have a big giant mansion, Truth says, and we'll have a sports betting reality show from the ranch. All right. Justin says he's going to fade. Is he fading Skeens there? Is that what it says? Abel says the dollar doesn't go. Well, that's if you're, we're talking about that's like a strip casino life, right? Still pretty, I find the living a little bit less here. I'm taking the Red Blacks. Again, I'm going again. I don't know. I went against Duke yesterday. That wasn't a good reaction, good pick, but this line's gone up, and I'm going to take the points at home. Wine Time wants to send me back to Southern California. All right, be back in just a moment. We need some commercials there. All right. Later on today, we do have the College World Series. And thought I had some graphics, but maybe we'll just cover the games here real quick. And I'm going to have some premium, some picks here. Arizona and Coastal Carolina. And Justin says you got, yeah. Well, you know what, Justin, the problem was with the Red Blacks, if you remember this, or I don't know if you're a big Canadian Football League fan, but, Ottawa was a team that folded, right? And then they wanted to bring them back to life because Ottawa deserved to have a football team. But before, Ottawa was called the Rough Riders. And whenever they played Saskatchewan, it was the Rough Riders against the Rough Riders. And then when the Ottawa Red Blacks, or when the Ottawa new football team was coming into existence, they brought them back. They folded the team, and then everybody said, man, come on, Ottawa's got to have a team. The owners were screwed up or whatever. And then they said, we're going to come back and bring a team back in here for Ottawa. And they said, well, great, the Ottawa Rough Riders are back. We could have the Rough Riders against the Rough Riders again. But then the Rough Riders said, you can't be the Rough Riders. We're already the Rough Riders. And if you folded your team, you can't come back as the Rough Riders because we are the real Rough Riders, and you got to get a new name. So they went to the fans, and the fans chose Red Blacks, actually. All right. Text says we got a good match coming up with Yachka and Shelton. We got some exciting tennis coming up here. This one's just underway. And don't forget also that Qinwen Zhang and Emma match is coming up too. I better get off the air so I might have to bet it right here because I don't know if the show is quite over yet. But hey, I just got a great suggestion to take Qinwen Zhang. And I didn't have a bet on this match, which is crazy, right? I mean, I'm a big Qinwen Zhang fan, and she's a dog. So let's take her. All right. Let's. I think the show is actually over. Okay. Let's see here. Gorky says the Owls are the play. Damn it. Well, I'm not. I'm going with the Red Blacks because I don't like to. And I understand the line is moved there because this is what they're telling me, the experts. The line moved because of the quarterback situation. We already knew the quarterback situation, right? Gorky, why is the line moved? This is the same thing that happened, I thought, when we knew that Strebler, and again, my bad, right? Because I should have been on the Bombers. But the line moved even though we already knew the quarterback situation, it felt like. And the line still moved, right? We knew Strebler was going to be in, I felt like. All right. And how about that guy? That was incredible, Abel. The guy who survived that. Remember I mentioned the plane crash yesterday? That guy, he walked out of it. He's like, no, not a joke really, but man, you talk about somebody's watching over you, right? All right. Gorky said he thought Brown was in there. See, I think, am I right? Right. Schultz is quarterbacking. I thought that was I've had Schultz in here this week, but I used some different sources for my CFL a little bit. Came out limping a little bit of limp there. Whoa, a little bit of limp. I just came out, and they showed the plane, right, where now everyone's going to be going. They've tried to say on the air, every disclaimer, doesn't mean seat 11A is the safest in the bunch, right? Well, the plane, I guess, snapped in half, and we're the first class, and he was in the front row of the second. Look, I mean, you're never going to survive a plane crash. But you know who did? I will say this. Now, there aren't many plane crash survivors, but there's probably still a few in the world, I want to say a few in the world, or maybe there's even 100. I don't know how many. I'm talking about even a small plane crash, right? And maybe if a plane crash is one thing, and right, we saw the people survive that plane crash of that viral video where the plane was upside down and people still got out of it there, right? But there have been some people who have survived plane crash, and because there was one team, I know we are Marshall, and that was tragic, but Cal Poly football team back in the 60s, 22 people died, 16 members of the team. Cal Poly San Luis Obispo were their team had a plane crash, and 16 of the football players died. But former NFL assistant or head coach too, I think he was a Ted Tollner. I don't know if he wasn't a head coach in the NFL, but he was a head coach at San Diego State, so I know this story. But he survived a plane crash, and it must be that guy walked right out of that thing. Justin says he can't even go down his steps, and he almost crushes. Almost died there. Abel said, yeah, right near the exit front door. Nasty Nate says Yellow Jackets. And Dworky, another one, right? And of course, does anybody remember the movie Survive with the I think it was a Chilean rugby team. They crashed into the Andes Mountains and they had to resort to cannibalism. Okay, let's end the show. All right. Hey, you can get my best picks every day over at winnable. Oh, I'm sorry. Arizona and Coastal Carolina. I've got the under here in the first game of the College World Series at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific. Coastal is I'm on LSU. It's already my fourth futures play in the College World Series. If you go back to the regular season, I was on Texas A&M. I've taken North Carolina. Who else did I have? Another SEC team. I don't remember who it was. Now I'm on LSU, but I'm going to take a ticket on Coastal to win the College World Series here. I think they're down to 8-1. Let me look at it real quick. I'm not talking about today's game. I guess I would be on them in today's game, but they are minus 250. So I'm going to go with the under here in Arizona and Coastal Carolina. Right now, Arkansas is plus 180, LSU plus 225. I got them at 5-1. Oregon State 6-1. Coastal Carolina is down to 13-2, but that's who I'm on. UCLA 17-2. Arizona 14-1. Louisville 17-1, and Murray State 35-1. You could do worse than that, than taking a shot on Murray State. Win 2 games, and you're going to win some money there, even if you hedge out of it. Other game tonight, Louisville and Oregon State is game 2 tonight at the College World Series, and I got a premium there, and the line there is $1.80. No play at this time. Please subscribe to my Plix. Subscribe to my Plix over at winnable.com/Ramon. You can get more plays from me. There's a steam play coming in right now on that day game between Pittsburgh and the Cubs. I was going to send it out as a premium, but the 7s are disappearing. Pittsburgh and the Cubs today. Pardon me, didn't check the weather, but I don't know if that's a factor. I mean, it is Paul Skeens Day after all, but maybe just a little bit of wind here blowing in today in the Cubs game. I'm seeing right now it is blowing in from center at 5, not even 5 miles an hour, but it even could be some rain here to start the game. Just want to mention that steam came in. Okay, go over to winnable.com/Ramon and subscribe to my plays here. And hey, if we get 100 subscribers, moving back to Southern California after I win the World Series of Poker. And maybe I could do that website where you take a piece of me. Anybody want to get a piece of me in the World Series? Go over to winnable.com/Ramon. Get more content from me every day. Free picks are available as well. So you could just click on the free picks. I'll send you some updates. I'm not going to spam you. Would never do that. You're going to get one update usually in the free picks. You'll get maybe 1, 2, or 3 on the weekends of the paid picks. Just 50 cents a day when you use the promo code STEAM over at winnable.com. All right. Thanks, everybody. I guess that's it. I don't know what else to tell you. San Jose and Portland today. Maybe have a pick there. Major League Soccer. Going to go watch some golf. Going to watch some tennis. And I'll be with you here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Mikey Money will join you today at 6 p.m. Eastern and 3 Pacific. I think there might be. This is Friday night, but I didn't look. Nate, you in there? Are we having coverage tonight of the NBA Finals? Or are we just enjoying our Friday? Nonetheless, probably not, because enjoy us tomorrow. Enjoy us with our UFC coverage tomorrow of UFC Atlanta. Usman versus Buckley tomorrow night. Welterweights in action in Atlanta. Check out BBMMA picks here on the Sports Money YouTube channel, and we'll have First Strike as well. We do have First Strike, right? Here already. Man, is it Friday already? Jeez, this week's gone by fast. Thanks to everybody in the chat as well.
Final.
We've got Diamondbacks here, it looks like, for wine time. We got Truth Teller here, or Justin on the Dodgers. Yamamoto, K's prop over for Abel. And Truth Teller's ready to go heads up with me for $10,000. I've played on the nationally televised final table, Truth. I don't know if that makes me any better. But I don't know if I saw Truth on a final table on national TV. Has anyone ever seen that? Has anybody ever watched me on national TV playing poker? Does anybody even would even want to see that? Would anybody even want to watch Ramon play on national TV on a poker show? I don't know if you would, but it did happen one time, right? Let's see if we got this. I think I'm just having fun with you guys here today, but let me see here.
Incredible because, you know, if you're Robert, you got to think that David probably.
You guys can get out of here. I'm just having a little fun. See if we can. I think I'm right there. Oh, am I right there? There I am. Oh,
You're finishing second a lot. You finished.
I think we had me. Oh, there's the standings there. Let me see. You guys can go. I'm just having some fun right now. Oh. All right. I guess that's it. I don't even know how to do YouTube anymore.
Second that hand.
All right.
It was his last hand. Here's where we stand.
Oh, Ramon's way down there. Oh, no. All right. Let's get out of here. Hey, that's going to do it. Check us out tomorrow, though. We'll be having the UFC companion stream coverage. It'll be a great card from Atlanta that gets underway here at, I think it's 7:10 Eastern, 4:10 Pacific. So I'd imagine we'll be on somewhere around the 6:45 hour or so. All right. For the sports money, don't forget to enter in your RBIs today, your ribeyes. Okay, everybody. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
That's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.